with UIndy senior opposite Kourtney Crawford. Kourtney, the Greyhounds right now on a 14-match winning streak, heading to the crossover. What is it that has this team playing so well right now that you're on this successful winning streak?
I think what's helping us is our practices. We are a very competitive team, and so at practice it's like we're playing another team. And we always want to win, so I think us being so competitive and our coaches having us well prepared for every game that we're into, and we're all on the same page and we all have the same goals of going to the conference tournament and to the national tournament. So I think all of us being on the same page is also helping us be so successful right now.
What is it, more specifically you, it seems like, especially these past 2, 3, 4 weeks, that your games really come alive individually, attacking at the block. How do you feel out there personally and your contributions to the team?
Well, thank you. First, I just like to get excited. Like if I play too serious, it's hard for me to focus and I start to think too much. So if I'm having fun and being goofy and just getting excited and picking up my other teammates, I feel like my play increases and I just don't really think about it and just kind of do it and do my job and do what I'm supposed to do.
Is that one of your, besides your responsibilities that you take care of, things you have to do on the court, is that something that you kind of take pride in to bring that energy? It seems like in big points, or particularly when you score big points, your excitement celebration level is just through the roof, and your teammates seem to feed off that. Do you see that, feel that responsibility kind of?
Actually, sometimes I do, because Coach is always harping on me about how I need to be excited because a lot of the girls feed off of me. So if I'm excited and other people are excited, then we're going to be excited as a team. And when we are excited, we have fun. And when we have fun, we win. So it's like a snowballing thing, and it helps. So,
how comfortable are you now kind of in your senior year and all the matches and situations you've been in as a player?
I'm not going to lie. I have been this season a little bit nervous for some of our matches just because I know how big they are and we need the win to be able to host regionals or do what we want to do later in the season. So I'm a lot more comfortable with my play and where we are as a team, but I still get nervous for those big games just like a freshman would.
What, obviously we mentioned this your senior year. What was it that brought you to UIndy, kept in Indianapolis, a girl like yourself here in town to play for the Greyhounds, and kind of how has the 4 years, all of it, on the court, off the court, been for you?
I would have to say what brought me to UIndy is the team, of course, because I was looking for a school where there was a competitive team as well as good schooling, and I found a couple that were a good team but not good schooling, and then I found the other ways around. And I'm a big family person, so my family's close and they can all come see me play, so I thought that was huge, of being 20 minutes away from my parents and having a good school where the professors actually care about your schooling and helping you out. So, and it helps that we're good.
Graduation for you is a lot closer than it was 4 years ago when you got here to UIndy. What are you majoring in, and what kind of ideas do you have for when school is done, for the work life?
That's a good question. My major is psychology, and I have a minor in child and youth programming. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but I know I want to work with kids, maybe kids who have autism, but I'm still putting that in the back of my head and focusing on the now.
When you say working with kids, does that maybe even mean a little coaching in your future? Has that crossed your mind at all?
That is a good question. I actually have coached for club a couple of years, but I just get too nervous and I want to do it for them. So I don't think coaching is really for me, because I just kind of want to do it for the girls instead of being able to say, this is how you do it, now go do it.
Do you find, you hear people say that a lot, do you find with your club coaching experience and obviously being a player that, you mentioned when you get nervous or big matches, do you find it easier as a player because you can, as you said, do something about it?
I don't know if it's necessarily easier as a player, because you do actually have to do it, and if you don't do it, then you kind of see what happens. But as a coach, you're just kind of you got to do it, and if you don't, then that's kind of on you. But I don't know, that's hard. I think being a player may be worse, though, because you have everyone oh, why'd you mess up, or why'd you do this, and you're oh, I don't know.
Well, speaking of being a player and doing it, you guys head to the GLIAC GLVC Crossover, 3 big matches against nationally ranked Ferris State, Ashland, and Wayne State. You see again. Do you kind of like the crossover, the time of year it comes halfway in the conference to step out of conference and play important non-conference matches in the region?
Oh yes, I absolutely love the crossover. It gets us to see like teams that we could potentially see in the regionals and in the NCAA tournament. But it also like puts us up against good teams because the GLIAC is known for dominant teams with tall girls, and as you can see, our team's not very big, but we play at a big level. So I actually really like going to the crossover because it gets us that experience and it lets us step out of conference for a little bit.
Having said that, what do you guys need to do to go up to Aurora, Illinois and keep this winning streak going and bring 3 wins against the GLIAC back here to UIndy?
What we need to really focus on is our side of the net. Like, a lot of people are always worried about the other team, but if we keep calm and play our game and stay focused and minimize our errors, then we'll be fine. Without a doubt, I know we'll be fine.
Kourtney, thank you very much for the time, and good luck this
Thank
weekend
you.
at the crossover.
Thanks.